on now?
Yeah.
Different keys. Welcome to episode 4 of the Malgam podcast. I'm Jeffrey. I'll be hosting this episode, and this is my dear friend Maximino Luciano. He'll be co-hosting this episode. First, I want to start off by reviewing last episode, which was designed by Max. Is there anything you wanted to say to the masses?
Hey, what's up? I'm Max. I co-designed Malgam. Yeah, it's been great.
Specifically about last episode.
Yeah, last episode was a good episode.
It was my favorite topic one we did so far, but it was really lengthy, and that was a big turnoff for a lot of people, or so I heard. A lot of people were like, I don't want to finish it because it's so long. So
here's what I say to that. First of all, shut up.
Haters.
Second of all, I didn't know it was that long. I thought it was
seem like
I thought it was like an hour long.
We have to keep. I want to keep this one. Okay, I just want to say this. I want to keep this episode a lot shorter because of how long last one was. So hopefully this one will be a lot shorter. So we're gonna bust through some stuff.
Also, you might notice there's no carpet. We're doing some stuff.
No one will notice that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, you can't
see the ground.
If
anyway,
you didn't know,
there's no carpet. We're doing some stuff in my basement. So if you notice anything different, something might be off horizontally. But yeah, we're just doing stuff. So whatever.
We also have Max is here again. The dog right behind. He's filming right now. He's actually. I want a photo.
He's a dog.
This is funny.
Well, he is a dog.
That's true. But this is what it looks like right now. He's like guarding the
angel.
He's guarding the
angel.
He's a little octopus. That's cute.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he ripped it apart. He killed it.
We also, if you're observant and you didn't notice the carpet, you might have noticed there's another chair here.
This is for our beloved friend that died recently.
We realized that there was we were doing too much facing, so we put a chair in there to save the space in between. I'm just joking, guys. We have a guest today. Our first guest on the Malgam podcast. Remember we talked about having one a while ago in episode 2, but then we didn't because Max was lazy and planned episode 3, so we're having our guest come in. Guess who it is? Comment down below. It's Ansel Nyers. Spell your name, Ansel. Have a sit.
Kneier.
Oh, you got it right.
That's true.
Yes. I thought his last name was Myers until a little bit ago.
You idiot.
Okay. So you're going to have to keep your voice down. All right. So our first topic of discussion is that we just got back from doing a little outing. I was going to shoot a bit for this, but I decided I didn't want to. I would rather be in the moment and enjoy it rather than have a camera out and trying to get footage and trying to act fun just for an audience. I decided I'd rather enjoy the moment and live in it myself. So that's what I did. But we went to the Nook and we did some rock climbing, which is something we wanted to do for a long time because Max is a rock climbing expert. He's
a professional.
He's professional. He's actually an Olympic level rock climber.
I'm not good at it. I just know about it.
No, you're.
Why do you know a lot about it?
So as some of you may know, I had a summer job this past summer of 2021.
I work at Duncan.
I worked at Bayshore Scout Reservation because I'm a Boy Scout. I used to go there as a scout, and I enjoyed it. My brother started working there. He became the nature director. told me his tales of fun. So I said, you know what? Let me join in. So I went there. One year I was a CIT, which means I wasn't getting paid. I only went there for two weeks. CIT. Anyway, then COVID happened, couldn't work there. But then last summer, I did work there for money, full-time, all summer. 5 days a week, well, pretty much 6 days a week, Saturdays off. And originally, I was going to work at Aquatics, because our friend Frank Russo was the pool director, so I would have worked with him. But I'm bad at swimming, and I have asthma. So it wasn't... There's a lot of training that has to go into being lifeguard certified, and I'm not good at that.
Were you like, I'm not good at this, or could you physically not?
Well, I mean, I could have done better than I did, but I didn't feel like I could.
So
like,
Frank,
you have
Frank
to do,
passed it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's athletic.
Okay.
He's good at swimming.
He's also really thin.
So, there's like a bunch of different training you have to do, but the one thing that's just like the standard thing you need is, in the pool we have, it's 20-something laps. I think 22.
Oh, shoot, that's a lot.
Back and forth. It's...
Is it like 1, 2, or
I
is
don't
it
remember.
1, 2, 3, 4? Because that is a big
I don't remember.
factor.
That is a big...
I think it's...
Stop
I think
talking.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
But you have to do 22.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I did like, so I tried it multiple times because they were like, excuse me, they were like, I don't want you to give up. I don't want to just kick you out of aquatics just because you couldn't do it.
Sure.
First time I tried, I got 7.
Oh, okay.
Second time, I got 11.
Is it freestyle?
There's only 3 things you can do.
Okay.
You can do breaststroke.
Breaststroke?
The side one.
Okay.
Stroke.
Scissors.
Side stroke
Oh, I thought
Scissors.
I thought that's what it's called.
or
No,
freestyle.
scissors
or
stroke.
or the freestyle.
Freestyle.
Yeah, or freestyle. And I mean, I can
I
do
do
those
freestyle.
things. I'm just not good at. I don't know how to control my breath. Like
Is it
that.
timed?
No.
Oh, I just wanted to... Sophia is my girlfriend, and she would get pissed at me for doing this.
She is?
Yeah. I didn't know that until this last weekend. She was like, we're almost going to be 2 years. And I was
Oh.
like, we're dating?
And then she fired you.
What?
Anyway, I was at aquatics.
Is Frank in Pocket King?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's Italian pocket.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I couldn't do aquatics. So then they were like, what's a place that doesn't have a lot of people? And one of them was coping climbing. 2 different things. So I went there. You know that messes with the...
Oh, I didn't think about that.
So anyway, I went to coping climbing, and that's what I did all summer. So yeah, I know about it.
So he did the merit badge at Bayshore for climbing. So he knows a lot about it because he had to teach a bunch of people climbing like every day, or at least 6 days a week. And I had thought I did climbing forever ago when I was in Cub Scouts, and I thought it was like it's a fun thing to do. It's a good workout. So we went, the 3 of us, this afternoon to the Nook, and we went rock climbing on like they're bouldering at their giant boulder there, and it's a lot harder than it looks.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really good workout, especially for your fingers. But
Yeah,
And
upper
your
body
forearms.
strength.
and right here, whatever
Forearms.
this is.
Forearms.
Yeah,
Upper body strength.
Forearms.
yeah. I was the best. We didn't actually do any what's it called? When you go up the actual wall.
Yeah.
What is that?
Climbing.
Yeah, but like the special name for it. I think it was the B.
Belay.
Belay.
Oh, but
Well, belay climbing. But, I mean, you just call it climbing and bouldering. Because, I mean, you are climbing when you're bouldering, but, like, there's no belay system, so.
Yeah. But we went climbing. And we were going to do a bit for that for Malgam, but I decided not to. What else? I have a section to talk about musical.
Your episode.
I know.
Hey.
I'm just saying. I have a section to talk about musical. Musical's underway now.
Oh my God, Ansel, can you shut up? Go ahead.
So we have a section to talk about for musical. Musical's underway now. We have the cast list out. Cast is set. I'm actually pretty excited about the cast. And I thought it was pretty good how they did all that. But those rehearsals are coming underway soon. We talked about the irregular schedule a bit last week. I'm super stoked for this season. Or this show.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And rehearsals start. We learn the music at first. And it's just like music week and music rehearsals. And then we're doing Christmas break. And then we actually get into like the nitty gritty scene stuff. And then we have our show. And we'll tell you about the date for that soon.
what parts did you get?
The musical is Wizard of Oz. We probably said that last time.
Yeah.
But in case you didn't know, musical is Wizard of Oz.
Who's Alice?
Alice in Wonderland. Dorothy is Ashley Gage.
He's
I'm her uncle.
Uncle Henry.
Uncle Hen.
I'm really excited about that.
I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Because Ashley Gage is in the year below us. She's a sophomore. And she...
Deserved it, 100%.
I agree.
She did really...
I mean, there were a lot of good candidates this year.
There were some really good
very
candidates.
difficult.
It was tough competition, especially for Dorothy.
I could have seen I could have seen any of them, actually. As
I thought that it was between Cameron, Ashlyn, and...
Ashlyn? Who's
Ashley?
Ashlyn?
Kate. What's her name?
Ashley Gage?
Ashley... What did I say? Ashlyn?
Yeah.
Ashley Gage. And the other sophomore, whose name I don't
Hannah
remember.
Buckby.
Hannah Buckby. I thought those were like the three like top candidates, and they were
That
all.
was that one girl that's a senior that like wasn't in musical before.
Oh yeah, you're right. The
She was
cellist.
good.
She's a cellist. Yeah, she did. She also did really well. I forgot about her.
But anyway, I think everyone worked really hard.
Yeah.
They got what they got. We got Tin Man over here.
I'm Tin Man. I'm super excited about that, especially as a junior.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, you know how I was talking about like with you as Mr. Myers, you just had to. It was boring because you had to like wait and you couldn't do any of the.
Let's talk about this. So last year's musical was Fame. It was a COVID year, so it was a really irregular, and we combined dance theater and musical. So dance theater is like its own separate thing where it's just dance. There's not really acting roles or singing. It's just predominantly like putting on a show with dance. But we had to combine those last year because of COVID and because we just thought it'd be something cool to do. And it was cool. I thought it was like an interesting thing that we did, and it put on a great show. What? Anyway, but it was a very dance-heavy production, and I was called back for two different people. What are you laughing at? Did you spill? Is that it?
Dude, I spilled.
I think
It's
we've
fine.
spilled almost every episode we've had water.
No, we haven't.
We spilled the first one.
Second one we didn't spill.
Are you sure?
We were sick.
Oh, that's right.
Last episode we didn't have any water.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I don't have water.
Anyway, so fame year, I was called back for Scheinkampf and Nick Piazza, which was like the main lead and a support character.
And I was called back for Joe.
And he was called back for Joe. The
Puerto Rican character.
gay one. We made him
Well.
gay. Anyway, but those were the two I got called back for, and I got a part. Well, I had to cold read a part during the audition. I totally botched the audition because I had COVID at the time, and I had to do it online. So I did an online audition during a COVID year against a bunch of other people who were actually auditioning live, which sucked because I was at an immediate disadvantage because I was already online. But I also botched up one of my lines in the song. I was singing the one song for Nick Piazza, and I sang the first verse twice. And then midway through the second time singing the first verse, I was like, oh shoot, can I start over? And they were like, yeah, no problem. Don't even sweat it. Like, it's totally fine. And I did it, but I made the exact same mistake again. And then I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. And they just like, let's move on.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, it was really weird.
But they love Jeffrey.
I'm the favorite.
Yeah. They're like, you know what? You didn't do good at these roles.
Let's try this
So
one.
we're gonna give you another one. And that happened again this year.
But here's the thing. My strong suits, I think, are my singing. I think that's where like I capitalize in singing.
I think we're pretty opposite.
I think you capitalize in
I'm-
acting?
Yeah.
I agree. But
Because I get so nervous when I'm in front of people when I sing that
Yeah.
I mess up so often. Like you saw that whenever I was in the practice room, like I could do it pretty
he
decently.
He did phenomenal in the practice room. Like I was 100% certain he was gonna get a lead in the practice room because I was like, dude, if you do exactly what you did in there during the audition, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, but then it just messes everything up.
Because you get nervous.
I get so dude, I literally shake.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people do that. You could see them,
So
but like,
did
they can
Ansel.
still sing.
Ansel was shaking today while we
Yeah.
were climbing because he's afraid of heights.
I'm
And
very
this guy
afraid
was
of
like,
heights.
"Let's go to the very top. Everyone come to the very top." And I was like,
So-
"Yeah, I don't
so
think we're supposed
I
to
don't
go to
wanna
the
do
top."
So
that.
apparently when you boulder, like the boulder at the Nook, you're not supposed to go to the very top. We went on top. We were like sitting on the top because I went up first. And I was like, guys, let's do this. Because last time I went, when it was a bunch of like elementary school kids, we all went to the top, and I was like, oh, we're all on the top, yay!
Yeah, Jeffrey.
But apparently we're not supposed to go to the top because it's really hard to get down. So you're supposed to climb up, but just jump off. So it's like, I don't know. It seems like you're. Hi, Max.
Is Max okay?
He's licking his arm.
We're gonna have a segment called the Max Cam. Wherever Max does something, I'll just take my phone out. Anyway, but Yeah,
Musical.
musical.
I'm not in musical.
Last year, I got called back for those
Are you
2
in
roles.
Pitt?
Maybe, I don't know. Probably not.
What? No, you should do Pitt, definitely.
But it's really hard. I don't know.
Dude,
But think about this: if you're the section
you're-
leader, you're the only one that can do it.
No, but there's a 9th grader that's like...
So
Ansel.
kinda
are they
good
doing
too.
Pitt?
try.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm trying. It's
Okay,
very
good.
hard.
Okay, I don't want to hear you like giving up on yourself. I want to hear you like, yes, I can do this. Like I want to hear you say like, I don't think so, or maybe.
Well, I don't think so. It's
You
very
can
hard.
do it. You can do it. I believe in you.
In 8th grade, we did Shrek Jr. I was Papa Bear. Ashley Gage was Mama Bear. We were married. Now I'm her uncle. That's kind of weird.
All right.
Okay.
So also on that note, I feel like my strong suit's my singing, and then it's my acting, and then it's my dancing. If we were opposites, then you'd be really strong in dancing,
I'm not.
right? So we're both not that good at dancing, but we've definitely gotten better. Like I'm way more comfortable with dancing.
I
than
can
was my
dance.
freshman year.
I can dance in public better than I can sing in public.
You think?
Yeah.
Dancing?
Like solo?
Yeah.
Really?
Because when I'm dancing, if I mess up, I'm just like, oh. But when I'm singing, if I mess up, I like think about it, and I'm like, oh, mess up again.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's an element of it being like, oh, I'm
Also, he made me go first. I
Yeah.
was like, all right, as long as I don't go first, and then I went first.
I don't know how he picked because they were not like left to right. They
Yeah.
weren't alphabetical. They weren't like anything.
I don't know. I had to go first for LeFou too. In the singing one.
I was kind of smitter. Okay, here I'll go on a little rant here. This is completely kind of justified, but also kind of non-justified. I don't know how to feel about this. These are just emotions that I'm kind of like processing. So we're auditioning for Scarecrow, which is the role that I like really wanted. I also put on like I wanted to get Scarecrow, Tin Man, or Wizard. Those are like the ones that I wanted. And I got one of them, so I'm happy. But the one that I was like really striving for was Scarecrow, which is like the main male lead of the musical, which is like what you're supposed to strive for. Anyway, but I was up against Max, myself.
I don't think you were up against yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Max, Noah, Hunter, and someone else.
No, it was
Okay.
just us four.
Just as 4. So anyway, my biggest competition, I thought, because I was already pretty sure that Max was going to get the guard or Uncle Henry, and I was pretty sure that Hunter was going to get either the Wicked Witch or the Lion. And so it was Noah who's like the strong competitor, and I've always been competing against him, and I love him for it because he makes me work hard, and I learn a ton from just like watching him because he's a phenomenal actor and a phenomenal human being. But I prepared a whole choreography to go along with the singing excerpts because you want to be able to act and sing at the same time. So if you're singing the song, you're gonna be like in character. So like oh, I could tell you why the ocean, or like whatever you want to do, like a physical thing to like accompany like what you're trying to be doing. And I came up with like a whole choreography, which is me like flopping around as a scarecrow, moving around like really like limp, right? Mm-hmm. And I went after Max, so it was Max who went, and then it was me,
And then it was Hunter, and then it was Noah.
and Noah finished. But so I went next, and I was like, all right, so I'm up now, and they had us standing on the risers, and I was like, okay, so I can't really move around because I can't do my choreography, because a lot of my choreography had me doing, like, jumping around and, like, falling down and doing all sorts of stuff. But I couldn't do that because I was standing on the risers, and I was like, okay, so we're just standing and singing. And also, all the Dorothy auditions, they just stood there. And so I was like, okay, so it's not the expectation to do a choreography. And then Noah went up and said, can I use the stage? And I was like, I didn't know that was allowed. And they were like, sure. And he threw down. He looked phenomenal.
But think about this. You could have asked.
I know I could have asked.
And you
could have
didn't.
asked.
So that's the problem. I talked to Mr. Ramos about this afterwards. I said, I'm really conflicted about this. I don't know who's right, but I feel conflicted. Like, conflicted. I feel conflicted about this. I don't think that I'm right, but I just feel like something wasn't right. And I want to know what I should have thought. Should I have... Just listen. Should I have said... Is it my fault for not stepping up and being like, can I do this? Was it Noah's fault for saying, can I do this? Was it the director's fault for saying, you shouldn't do this, or you can do this if you want? Whose fault was it? And Mr. Ramos was like, do not put the fault on the directors. It was not our fault. We didn't clarify anything. We didn't say you could or couldn't do anything. Therefore, nothing should be assumed. Okay?
I mean, if you're the director, you should say what you want. That is the whole point of a director.
Yeah.
That's
So,
true.
They
I
said,
think it is their fault.
Yeah. And I want to put the blame on them because I feel like that's the fairest. But he gave it, like, he kind of left it open. He was like, he didn't really resolve what happened. He's like, in the future, use the stage. Because now you know you can use the stage, so do that. If you think that will make your presentation of the character be better, use the stage.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Like,
Now
now
you know.
that it's already done, the only thing you can do is get advice.
Exactly.
But
it was annoying
also,
for this.
but not resolving conflict is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. I think there's fault to everyone. I think that Noah should have seen that no one else was using the stage, so to give an equal chance to everyone, he shouldn't have asked to use the stage. Then again, if the directors didn't say, you can't use the stage, then everyone should be allowed to ask to use the stage.
Yeah.
However, again, the director should have said, you can use the stage if you want, or you can't use the stage. But also, I probably wouldn't have used the stage anyway.
I would have.
I would have just went up to the stage and...
Do you think
done the
that
same
more
thing he
people
did.
would have used the stage
Oh, yeah.
had they known that it was more popular? Exactly. And I feel like
John used the stage after.
John used the stage after that. Yeah, he did. I guarantee
He was the
did.
only one.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that in the moment. Like, I was really upset right after the audition. I was like, dude, like, why
Yeah,
didn't
I
I
know.
think
You
it? Dude,
told me.
I told Max right after I went off. I was like, dude, I should have used the stage. I had a whole thing planned out, and I didn't know we could do this.
And then the rest of the time...
And Max goes, okay.
yeah, because I failed. And I was like, dang. I was like in a bad headspace, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do the rest of the thing and see what happens.
I thought you were like, Jeffrey, you're whining. Don't whine.
No, you were.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then the rest of the time, whenever Noah did something that wasn't specifically said to do, you were like, I thought it meant this, not this. Like the one time, there was this one scene where you're supposed to be scared as the scarecrow and like whatever. And then Noah, when he was in the role of the scarecrow, he like fell over someone when he was acting scared, and Jeffrey was like, I thought it said to be scared, not to fall over.
No, that was not that. It was
That was.
that was a joke. That was not me actually like,
No,
oh,
it
I
didn't
was
seem
gonna
like
do
it.
this.
It seemed like you were
No,
pretty
that
miffed.
was a joke. Once again, love you to death, Noah, if you're watching this.
Noah,
I doubt you are.
I hate you. But I love your hair.
Anyway,
No, I'm
next
joking.
topic
Who's
being,
Noah?
Noah Felty.
let's talk about Ansel.
He was
more.
the beast.
Oh, hello.
Because Ansel's not in musical.
No,
However,
I'm not in musical.
He's doing Pit.
We're like the Three Musketeers.
Max is
So-
the guy who does.
I'm the guy in the van.
He's the guy in the van.
He's the guy in the van.
I'm like the cool one.
I'm Jet.
Okay, here's the thing. If we
What?
all have one characteristic, what is it?
Of what?
You're Jet, I'm Spike, and you're Ed. That works.
I don't know who that is.
Who's Ed?
Oh, you haven't gotten to Ed? He's not even that far in the series.
I'm not that far.
What are
in.
you-
Okay, you'll see.
I'm gonna say like 4 or 5.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. But anyway,
What are you
if we all have
referencing?
one characteristic and
Cowboy
we can't
Bebop.
if we can't share, what would it be?
If we can't share.
Yeah, one personality trait. And we
I'm
can't
the-
have the same thing. Like, you know how
I
they're
would
like,
say
I'm
I'm
the brains.
I would say
I'm brawn.
I'm the musician, but Ansel is also a really predominant musician.
Yeah, but who's more musician? Who's more musician?
Probably Jeffrey.
Probably me.
I haven't taken music theory.
Ansel.
so-
I feel like Ansel's. You know more than I've learned in the
But I
class.
haven't done music theory,
Okay.
so like I don't know anything.
I'm
I
gonna be
think-
honest. I hope Mr. Ramos doesn't watch these, but the
No
music
way
store-
he does.
He does.
He knows
No.
about
Oh.
them.
He doesn't. No, every teacher knows about them.
They do.
Here's the thing.
Mm.
The music theory class at the high school right now, I'm taking it. Michael Agatis, remember him?
Yep.
He is like an alumni of Henfield, but
Very charismatic.
very
Yes.
charismatic. He's
Very weird sometimes.
he's a very odd person.
Like,
he
I
gets
can't
away
t-
with stuff he shouldn't.
I can't tell if he's confident, narcissistic, or like
Ignorant?
just dumb. I don't know.
He's
He's definitely not dumb. Like, he's very intelligent.
Yeah.
But
he's very intelligent.
he seems to be
He's also very full of himself.
self-centered is what I was gonna say.
But does his achievements merit that? I don't know. He's a very successful musician, very good violinist.
Mm-hmm.
He's very smart and a very quick thinker and a very complicated thinker. However, he's also kind of politically incorrect a lot, which is why I said.
Mm-hmm. But also he jokes about it.
Yeah, which is why I say he gets away with things he may not be able to because of how charismatic. Like he's the kind of guy you walk into a room, he controls the conversation, and everyone knows who he is. And like I don't know, he's just an interesting. He's a very interesting person.
And he got a lead the last
Uh-huh.
2 years because of that.
He was the asylum guy.
And he was
Oh, Shlomo.
Shlomo.
Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
Shlomo.
What are you
And he was
talking
good at Shlomo too.
He was, yeah. I wanted to get Shlomo. He took my part. Anyway, why did I bring him up?
I don't know.
Why? Yeah, why did you?
I don't know.
You kind
were
of
talking about
bashed on him
merits.
a whole lot.
Huh?
You're talking about merits and musical merits.
Oh,
We were talking about whether you two were more musical or whatever.
Oh
I don't-
yeah,
I don't think
music
it's fair.
theory.
I don't think
so
it's fair to
he
compare
told me not to take music theory at the high school
Why?
because he was like, dude, Mr. Ramos has no idea what he's doing, and he was like, he's a really bad teacher.
What?
Yeah,
He
That's
takes
not
vocal
fair to
lessons
say.
with Mr. Ramos.
that's what he told me.
Or at least he did. When
He was like, Mr. Ramos has very little idea what he's actually doing, and
he's a new teacher.
and
I mean,
yeah, I know, I just expected, but at the same time, you have to kind of think
Yeah.
selfishly sometimes.
he's a new teacher, but he's still a teacher, so
Uh-huh.
he should know what to do.
But he was like, do not take music theory. I know a lot about music theory, and I didn't take music theory because I just learned it by myself. Because he taught himself guitar and everything.
I mean, if you have that drive, I would say do it.
Yeah,
It's about drive. It's about.
It is, dude.
I learned this about myself. Oh, I didn't learn this. It's always kind of been a thing, and I just assessed it recently. And all my teachers will attest to this too. I am really bad at classroom learning. Okay?
Yeah, me too.
I'm really good at. I prefer one-on-one or individual. Like if a teacher's with me, and we're just talking about stuff, I grow a lot. Like I learn a ton when I get individual attention. However, when I'm in a classroom setting, I get bored and I look up stuff on my own. Like I
Yeah, but I do that all the time.
Yeah, I'll go to Google Earth and just look at different places and find places and just fantasize about being in that place. Like, I hate being in school.
See, the thing about me is I don't know what learning style works for me.
Mhm.
I just have never learned at the best I could.
Yeah? What about you, Ansel?
Yeah, what about
Um,
you, Ansel?
I feel like I learn well in school, but like. Okay, okay. So it's weird. Some days I can focus in school, and other days I just cannot pay attention. At
That makes
all.
sense.
Okay.
It's
So
about
you're
it's a
inconsistent.
day-to-day thing.
I've always been like good at school.
Is it a hit or miss thing, or is it just some days like you're feeling more this, and it's like a spectrum, or is it like it's either I'm like attentive and ready, or I like don't like not at it at all? It's a hit or miss.
The second one.
Black and white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because some days I'm just focused. Like for math class, for example, I'm able to pay attention. I'm able to like understand what's happening, and some days I'm just
That makes
you know
sense.
You're both gifted.
yeah.
Here's the
You should be
problem.
gifted. I feel like.
Here's my
you
thing.
should be.
Did I tell you about Mr. C? Did I tell you?
No.
Mr. C had me go with the guidance counselor.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, for what?
Did
Did you not get in?
For
No.
gifted?
So here's the thing. There was one day I was.
Oh, yeah, I do
yeah.
remember.
There was one day I was super off in school because. Okay, so here's the story time with Jeffrey. So we're in band class. We're in band class, right? And I sit like in the back, and I was on my phone because we were working in a section with the trumpets, and the trumpets were like totally terrible. Trumpets are always awful every single time. There's no exception. And they were just like messing up over there, sounding like broken wagons. And I was in my section. I know the piece front and back, forward, backwards in my sleep, right? It's easy, not hard at all. And we were working on a section where I literally have a 22 multimeter rest, okay? So I don't like multi-measure, sorry. But like I don't play there. So I was like kind of zoning out. But whenever we got to the end where my entrance was, I know the music enough that I was like, all right, time to play, right? So I would enter it on time. But I was just on my phone. And Mr. C goes, Jeffrey, why are you on your phone? And I just like took my phone. I had my hand. I put it on the stand, and he was like, "No, put it away." And so I put it down on my jacket next to me, and he was like, "No, take it out of this room." And I was like, "I do not need this today." But I picked it up and I walked out. And as I'm walking out, he goes, "I do not think I should have to tell you that." And I was like, "You did not need to add that little like that." I took that really personally.
Yeah.
And I was super upset about that.
I hate when teachers do that.
Because I hold myself like Mr. C and I have a really good relationship, and I really respect him as a teacher and as a person because like I look up to him a lot. He's like my mentor. But like when he did that, like it was kind of like I don't know. He's like a second father figure to me, which is interesting.
Interestingly, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about, though.
But he like him being disappointed in me and calling me out like that. I took that really hard, and so I walked it out of the room, took it in there, and I was like, dude, like. I was trying to justify myself. I was like, Mr. C's so stupid. And I was like thinking to myself. But at the same time, I was like, dude, what's your problem? And I was like really internalizing that.
Yeah.
And it was really bad. And I went back into class. And when I have trouble dealing with emotion, I synthesize the lack of it. Okay? So if I'm like really like passionate about something, I'll be like super like in your face about it, or I'll or I'll raise my voice a little bit.
Yes, I know.
If I'm arguing with my parents, I'll be very calm and I'll be like, right? Like I won't show much emotion. I'll like try to be very professional about it. And that and when they get upset, it makes them seem like they're in the wrong, even though I may be instigating or I may be just whatever, just making my points, but I'm very calm and collected. I seem professional, and it de-escalates sometimes.
Sometimes.
However, when I'm upset, like when I'm really upset, I don't talk to anybody, and I just like. And Max does like a similar thing. I've noticed that.
I have noticed that.
But like I'll just like I'll go blank
Wow.
and I won't and I'll like use minimal words and I say all right a lot or like all right, okay. I don't know. It's kind of like the what? The normal like teenage kind of angsty kind of thing.
Okay, but that's Mr. C's fault.
Anyway, yeah, we could talk about how Mr. C was like was in the wrong to actually say that.
We talked about when you told me for the first time. I was like, I hate teachers that use
Call out
embarrassment as a form of motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can say, "Why is your phone out?" And then you put it away. You're like, "Just don't have your phone out." And you're like, "Okay, yeah, I was in the wrong for having my phone out during this thing," and you can just tell me that. I will put it away.
Mm-hmm.
But if your go is so as far to like purposefully embarrass me in front of my colleagues for no reason other than you think that it was a bigger deal than it was, I lose a very vast majority of my respect for someone like that.
I lost a lot of my attention in that class in that effort to get me to be more attentive in that class. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that we should be able to, like, here, one of the reasons I like Mr. Mitchell as a teacher, he's our history teacher. Governor whatever. He lets us do whatever we want. As long as we get good grades.
I sit front and center, and I don't pay attention. I'm like on my phone or my iPad playing games all the time. But I answer questions because I'm still like halfway paying attention.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Hines. He does the same thing.
Who's that?
Mr. Hines? He's another history teacher.
From last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
He will let you look at your phone the entire class. And that's it. If you're not getting good grades, that's on you. Like, in both classes of those, I would look at my phones every so often, and then I would still pay attention when I had to. In Mr. Mitchell's class, there's a lot of fluff. A lot of fluff.
Yeah.
So I literally can tell when he's, like, actually saying something that's important, and then I pay attention. And then other than that, I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Like, I get good grades. I have A's in that class. And it doesn't matter. Like, if I was a teacher, that's what I would do. Now, band, I can see that it would be more important to pay attention because, like, you're constantly in the music. But
and also, you not comprehending something falls... That bane is for everyone else, too. So
like, if someone sees you not paying attention, they'd think, oh, it's not important.
Well, also that, but also, like, if I'm not putting forth effort, the entire group suffers. It's not an individual thing like Governor Econ is.
It's a team.
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
In band, yeah.
Yeah.
An orchestra.
But then again, if he was specifically focusing... if he was specifically...
It's an orchestra.
I'm an orchestra.
If he was specifically focusing on the trumpets, then I don't think there was any point in you having to pay attention.
Regardless, he came up to me.
As long as you were in it when you were needed.
Uh-huh.
I feel like sometimes it is useful to pay attention.
Well, no, because that was the point. So. It was people look to me to know what to do.
Are you a section leader?
Technically, yes, but of only one person. Like, there's only 2 euphoniums.
Oh.
Anyway, but I also kind of do stuff with the tubas, too.
Me. Yeah.
Anyway.
Is it off?
You did it wrong. It should be on normal.
But people who actually need to pay attention will look at us who don't have to, and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't have to pay attention now," because they don't comprehend that what I'm doing is my circumstances are different than their circumstances.
No one looks to me, so I don't know.
That's not true.
Who looks to me?
In marching band, people look.
Yeah,
to
but in marching band, marching band's over.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in school, in marching band, I just have
in school, you're
attention problems.
Yeah.
But you have ADHD, right?
Probably not. Well, maybe. I don't know. I've never gotten a diagnosis.
People think that I have
no.
ADHD or ADD. Anyway,
you could.
I know I could.
I'd see it.
Okay. Anyway, what I was getting at was that
actually that doesn't exist anymore.
Mr. C came to me during music theory Really?
Yeah.
My
It's
brother
just-
got diagnosed for like a couple years ago.
No, it's ADHD, and then there's different subcategories. It's like ADHD hyperactivity, and then ADHD something.
Okay, interesting.
I think when I talked to my therapist, that's what he said.
When
When I talked to my therapist, that's what he said. So I don't know.
Fact check him. Anyway, so he came to me then doing music theory after the whole band is over, and I'm like was out of the entire band because I was thinking about this one moment that happened. He came and interrupted music theory class because he was looking for microphones for district recording, but and they keep them in that room. But he was like, Jeffrey, come in the hallway, and I was completely blank faced, and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, should I be worried? And I was like, probably. and he was like, I'm having difficulty reading you. And I was like, okay. And like it was a very dry conversation.
Yeah.
And I even tried to leave in the middle of it. And he was like, wait, I'm not done yet. And I turned around and he was like, I'm like kind of genuinely getting worried. And I was like, okay. And I was being super dry.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, I have a really good coping mechanisms in place, right? So
coping mechanisms you think are good
that's a good point.
that work for you.
They work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you should try them. My mindset is I live day to day, okay? If I'm upset with you today for a thing, I try my very best not to be upset with you for the same thing the next day.
I
okay?
do that too.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
So I'll if my mom and I get in a fight one morning or one evening and we'll get in a fight, I'll go to sleep, wake up this morning, completely new, I forgot about it. Right? Kind of like forgive and forget kind of thing, but it's just the sun sets, the sunrise, I sleep. But it also works for naps. Sometimes when I'm having a rough day, I go home, take a nap, refresh, then like go about the rest of my evening and I feel better, right?
Yeah.
So sleep is like my checkpoint. And it's really good. I like it a lot. And it works for me. I don't know. Try it. But
it doesn't work
does
for
not
me.
work for some people.
For me.
Also, it doesn't work with some people. Like sometimes people will remember it and they'll like hold it against me, but I'll completely forget about it. But them acting a certain way because they're remembering it will make me then act in a certain way because they're remembering it and they're acting a certain way. So like, let's say we get in a dispute one evening about something serious because, anyway,
What's serious to us anymore?
Fighting.
Max and I have a really good relationship.
Yeah, nothing is serious to us anymore.
Yeah, I've never had we used to argue about religion all the time.
And politics.
You still do.
Well, no.
But it's more friendly now.
We don't argue, we discuss more.
We debate.
Okay, yeah.
Well, not even debate anymore.
Not in
yeah,
debate.
we just
It's
discuss.
just
It's
discuss.
conversations.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I feel like I get a better understanding out of our conversations of where you're coming from. I don't feel like, oh, he's just dumb because he believes this. I think like, oh, that makes sense why he does this because he thinks this. Or I haven't thought about it before and I like he'll introduce ideas to me that I haven't thought about before and I'll think about them and like I don't know. You bring a lot of stuff to the table that I appreciate. Well done.
Table.
Anyway, but I haven't been mad at Max like ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been mad at you a lot.
Really?
Well, not mad, just upset.
Yeah.
Well-
no, upset. I feel like that's true. I
Yeah.
rarely get mad. I get upset a lot.
I don't get mad very often. I get upset, but like sometimes I get so upset that it starts to turn to anger, and then I just shut everything down,
Okay.
which isn't healthy for me. Like you were saying, it's healthy for you, but like if I shut down, it's not good. But
Because you have trouble getting out of that.
yeah,
Then? Okay.
yeah. Then I stay there. But whenever I get upset, it's not like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like I
That's
don't really
good.
get mad. Like I'm not like, ugh, I hate you or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm just like, man, that sucked. What just happened or whatever.
I will get mad at you for actions that you do.
Yeah.
But I don't get upset with you for ideas that you have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, if you have an idea, I'm very good at separating ideas from people. However, people are not good at doing that in reverse. So, like, if I have a problem with my mom, I'll tell her, I don't like it when you do this. But she'll be like, oh, you don't like me. And then she'll take it that way, which is really bad.
hate when people
It's
do
really
that.
bad. When people
Oh my
can't take
God.
criticism of specific actions, they attach them to personality or ideas. I think opinions, write this down, okay? Opinions are along the trail of life, and the opinions you have in a backpack, okay? If you have the ideas that you have in your backpack right now, if you find a better one, you're allowed to pick up that better idea, put it in your backpack, and take one in your backpack and take it out. None of them should be attached to who you are. Not anything that regards anything from favorite flavor of ice cream to your religion. Like, none of it should be set in stone. All of it should be able to be, you could convince me of this, or it could be like, this is something that I prefer now because of this. Like, it's all circumstantial, it's all situational, and they have to be flexible. Because open-mindedness is super important, I believe. That's like a thing that I think. You don't have to think that, but I feel like if everyone let their opinions be more fluent, a lot of people... Fluid. Then...
Subject to change.
Yeah, then people would feel less weird when it comes to controversy. Yeah. Anyway, but when you do certain things, I'll be like, Max, why did you do that? But like, here's the thing. You'll do something that I disapprove of. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, I won't be like, unless it's like targeted towards me, I'll be like, I might overthink it and think like, oh, he did that to me because I did this. Or I'll be like, I'll be like, Max did that. Oh my gosh. But he's his own person, so it's not I shouldn't take responsibility for that because that's his action. So that's all on him, and he has to deal with the consequences of that. I wish he wouldn't have, and he's gonna have to deal with those consequences, but it's on him, and like, it's his life, and he gets to do what he wants.
I feel the same way with other people doing other things. Mm-hmm. For example, you doing other things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it works.
Ansel's the mutual friend.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ansel.
I knew Ansel before you.
I knew Ansel. When did I know you? I knew you Jazz, right? But I really knew you this year.
You mean Jazz?
Like I knew you from Jazz. You were like the bass player.
I wasn't in Jazz though.
Huh? You weren't ever in Jazz before?
I was in Jazz in like elementary school.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You knew me then?
In like middle school Jazz?
I wasn't in middle school Jazz.
Okay, either way, I knew you as like a bass player for some reason. I don't know why.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the backstory, guys.
What?
So I was stupid from...
Malgam lore?
I wasn't stupid. Yeah, here's Malgam lore. So whenever Ansel's on, what we call it?
What? I don't have to change the name of the podcast.
Wait. What's your middle name?
Owen. That's just stupid middle name.
What a dumb middle name.
Maloicum.
Anyway.
So when he's in, it's Maloicum.
Right.
Anyway, I wasn't stupid from kindergarten to second grade, but I didn't know how school worked yet, like the system.
Yeah.
So I wasn't good at school.
Mm-hmm.
But then in third grade, I started figuring it out. So they were like, you're smart. You should go to gifted. And I was like, okay.
Which is kind of a stupid way of thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they sent me to gifted, and I was like, all right, I got to try at this. Because my brother was also sent to gifted, but he failed by 1 point. So he wasn't in gifted. So I was like, this is how I get better than him. So I got in, and that's how I met Ansel, because he was in before me. When did you get in?
Second grade?
Yeah, so I was in third grade.
Okay.
And then we met, and we didn't have any classes together, but I knew you in gifted.
Yeah.
And we became friends. And then in 5th and 6th grade, we did have the same class. And then we became good friends. Yeah. And then we've just been friends since then. And that's it.
Have we ever had, like, any fights or anything?
No.
No.
Have we? I mean,
so.
At one point in, like, elementary school, you got mad. You were like, I can't do this puzzle. That was it.
That's just
you didn't get mad at me. You were just mad.
I knew Ansel. I knew of Ansel for a while, and then
popular.
He is popular.
No, I'm not.
No, he's not.
and then to this year, I'm actually like eating lunch with you, and we're having conversations, and I
put up with you.
Okay. But we eat lunch together, the three of us, and we have like conversations, and we talk about stuff.
We have like small amalgam episodes.
Yeah,
it's
they're
amalgam
episodes.
episode.
We spent this one, the snail, the snail scenario
on TikTok and stuff.
So here's in a nutshell. Is
I brought it up.
Yeah, you did, because you saw it on Reddit. Right?
I did see it on
Not
Reddit.
this again.
Anyway, so the scenario is, there's a snail, okay, and it's chasing you. When it touches you, you will die.
It's immortal, and you're immortal.
Would you rather have an immortal snail chasing you, and the moment it touches you, die, or $100,000?
Wait, that's not how it goes.
That's not how it goes. It's if I give you $100,000. Okay, wait, you sell it.
Okay, so here's how it is. There's a button. If you don't press it, nothing happens. If you do press it, you get $10 million, you get $10 million and you're immortal, but an immortal snail who can't die, that's what immortal means, but an immortal snail is chasing you. It's the same speed as a regular snail. You don't know where it is on the earth, but it always knows where you are.
And it's always coming towards you.
And if it touches you, you die instantly.
But the thing is, snails are so slow.
Okay, so
They're so
the
slow.
point is,
We already
the point-
talked about
The
this.
point is, we spent a 40-minute like lunch period talking about this idea.
And then we
it
talked
you?
about it more later.
And we talk about more later.
Was it you who didn't want to take the snail, or what?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I said I would.
yeah, I would.
We pulled out the calculator and we were like calculating like the average speed of a snail and distances and like different formations you'd have to travel in to stay away from the snail.
like a circle, make it going around in a circle.
We
around
like
the
went and like oceans and like the surface area of the earth. Like, we went like all over the place with it, and like it was.
But it's so easy.
Yeah.
You just put it in a box.
Anyway,
No,
anyway,
it can go through walls.
How can it go through walls?
strong.
Just how can it be immortal?
It's a snail.
All right, time for good segue. By the way,
Oh,
I have a bunch of scenarios.
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Are these just for us or are these for everyone?
These are for you two, and I might add something if I care enough. And then yeah,
Ansel goes first.
okay.
Max
You are the
Cam.
emperor of a small island
No, I'm
nation and can pick any 3 people from history to come and live on your island for 5 years. Who do you choose and why? Example: George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Martin
Wait,
Luther King Jr.
I can pick 3 people
3 people from history
to live on my island,
for 5 years.
and it's just us 4?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it says you're the emperor of a small island nation, but I'm just gonna say it's you alone.
Am I trying to
So it's
improve
just-
my nation?
oh.
Like, what's
No,
the-
let's say this. Let's do this.
So I just want to meet these people? What's going on? I'm so confused.
Let's say this. You're alone on an island.
I'm alone.
You can't get off that island.
Is it like a survival thing or is there an
No.
actual city?
You will survive on this island, but you're alone. Okay.
Okay.
What 3 people do you want to be with you for 5 years to keep you company?
Oh,
Keep me company.
okay.
So this is just who would you want to?
Well,
It could be who you want to meet.
But
Yeah,
I-
sure.
But like, I don't have to survive, so I don't have to pick like survivalists.
No, it's not. Yeah, you don't.
So it's like a regular.
You are well off.
Okay.
You will survive.
I have a life there.
Yeah, you're just lonely.
Okay.
It's just you.
All right, Ansel, you go first. Oh, it can be anyone, right?
Anyone from history.
Anyone.
They can't be alive right now.
What?
Let's say they can't be alive right now.
Okay, they can't be
Oh,
alive right now.
okay.
I would pick you guys.
I was going to say that. Okay. I'm not good with decisions.
Look at Max's foot.
Oh wow.
What is he doing?
You okay? Max Cam.
Max Cam.
Max
Is he trying to scratch himself? Oh, you missed it.
No, Max.
He just
Cam.
licked his
Max,
foot.
do it.
Don't go up there, bud. Sit, stay.
It's still Max Cam.
Dude, if he jumps up there,
I
he's
get
gonna
it.
mess up the camera.
Please don't jump on
Sit.
Max. Sit.
Sit.
Max.
Uh-oh.
No, don't do that.
No.
Max.
No.
Sit. No.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
Max
buddy.
Cam.
If you guys didn't see, his leg was like this. It was just going up and down. And like he wasn't even doing anything with it. Hey, buddy. Hey, that's my pizza.
All right, Max Cam's over.
Anyway, you go first. 3 people.
3 people.
from
Oh,
history.
3 people.
It has to be dead.
Yep.
Has to be dead.
Max, and Jeffrey.
Yeah.
If you killed us right now.
Wait. So theoretically, if I killed you right now, it would be history.
Yeah, but
So-
we're not dead. It has to be people that are already dead.
Don't put me on the spot.
I have
no
2 of
idea.
mine.
Okay, pick 2. Go.
Wait, I have to do 3?
Just do who if you
Okay,
have
number 1, Stephen Hawking.
Okay.
I feel like I could have some very good conversations with him.
Would
Pre-paralysis.
No, even in paralysis.
well would is this like all material? Stop. Wait. So
Wait, we were in the Nook food court earlier, and we talked about Stephen Hawking, but Max calls him Stuart Einstein.
I forgot his name. So I said
Stuart
Stuart
Einstein.
because he's smart and it starts with an S. Stephen Hawking, number 1. Good conversations. Number 2,
Guys,
Number
Stuart
2.
Hawking moment.
who are dead people?
I don't know any dead
Jesus
people.
Christ.
Number 2, I would
Let's not
say
get into
Freddie Mercury before he had AIDS.
Okay.
What does it matter?
Just like wait, did they stay alive forever?
No, they're only on your thing for 5 years.
How old are they?
However, you
Well,
pick.
Freddie Mercury then. I'll just pick him.
Okay.
Number 3, Marilyn Monroe.
Okay. I know who that is.
We don't know how she
don't-
died.
I said I do know who that is.
Oh, okay.
I
Well, no,
actually,
we do know how she
do
died.
not do it.
I would pick.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
Bad.
Come here.
Come here. Come here.
Max Cam.
I think you can actually see him if he's right here.
Hey, Max.
Anyway,
See him without the
All right,
microphone?
answer your turn.
I'll go. I don't know, like some cool scientist guy. I don't know.
Albert
Tesla.
Einstein.
I'll bring
Tesla
Tesla.
was cool.
I'll bring Tesla.
Tesla was awesome.
Yeah.
Was he? You should bring H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
The guy that came up with like the Lovecraftian
Cthulhu.
monsters.
Cthulhu.
Okay.
Also, he was
Good
racist.
conversations.
He was racist,
What's
but he
his
had
cat name?
he had character improvement. So
Oh,
like
no, that wasn't
when he was a
him.
kid, his dad gave him a cat, and the dad named the cat, and the cat's name was like a slur.
Okay.
And so he had that cat. So people
Sure.
are like, oh, he's racist. And yeah, he was racist, but number one, it was in the time. And number two, he actually got, like, through his life, he got less and less racist, which was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was progressive. And I guess.
Well, he wasn't progressive. He was
Well,
definitely
no,
not
he was-
progressive.
Okay, he was progressive in the sense that he changed. He
Yeah.
was willing to change. And I guess third one, Tolkien.
Okay.
Okay, how about you?
C.S. Lewis. Jesus Christ.
Sondheim.
Sound.
I was gonna. I thought about him.
What's
yeah,
that?
But no, not
Who's that?
Sondheim. It's Sondheim.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
He died.
Stephen Sondheim. Okay.
I don't know who that is. Ew.
So this
Have you guys
current
seen
events.
Tick, Tick, Boom?
Current events. There's this guy named Stephen Sondheim, and he just passed away at the age of 91, I think.
Yeah,
Is that true?
I think so.
How old was Stephen Sondheim when he died? 91. Yeah, I'm the best. I'm always right about everything.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, Stephen Sondheim just passed away this past week. The age of 91. He wrote. Well, he didn't write, but he wrote a musical adaptation of Sweeney Todd. He
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I heard about that. Yeah.
he rewrote. He did.
Another one.
Into the Woods.
Yeah, I
He
think
did Into
so.
the Woods. No, I know that one.
Okay.
I'm mixing him up with Andrew Lloyd Webber. But he also did. He also did a bunch of other ones. Oh, he did Sunday at the Park in George. Sunday in the Park with George. More red. That's a really good one. If you haven't checked it out, like blue, even.
Okay, next.
It's a really good thing. But he like
Hurry up here,
he
hurry up.
completely like redid modern theater. Like he was a very key.
Tick, Tick, Boom.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that movie starring Andrew Garfield, Tick Tick Boom, really good show. It's on Netflix now. It's,
This is a life, but do.
yeah, bo.
That's my favorite song.
I really liked the one of him in the rehearsal thing with the one song from Super Splenda. What was it called?
Superbia.
Superbia. Yeah. I forgot how it goes. 18-hour function. Like, I forget what it was called. Anyway, check it out. It's a really cool thing. Also, on the note of Andrew Garfield, I'm TikTok famous.
Huh?
You
You
didn't
are?
know that? Yeah. So I made a video copying someone else's TikTok. I just did it a little bit better.
Well,
That's
he
pretty.
had 1.5 million likes.
It was also his joke, and I tagged him.
He also
But
did it better.
I got 924,000 views.
Oh, wow.
That's my first video, and now I have
Shout out Malgam.
106,000. I could.
You said 924,000.
924,000.
924,000.
I'm right.
Oh, wait, no, 924,000.
Yeah.
924,000.
Wait, what?
If you said
I see what you're saying, I see
924,000,
what you're
that would be a few million.
Yeah.
More
Okay,
than a few million.
next question.
All right, one more, and then we'll wrap it up.
How many more do you have?
I have like unlimited.
Oh.
Did you know that if there was infinite monkeys typing on infinite typewriters
Yeah.
forever, they could make every work
Yeah.
of Shakespeare?
That reminds me.
There's some people that
And
don't
every
get
work
that.
yeah, I know it's weird. It's an actual
But-
thing. It's called like Schroeder's Library.
But if you only had one monkey in one room for one day, he could write
Nonsense.
it.
He could write a lot of things.
Actually, that would have been a better joke if I picked a book that wasn't good.
Anyway.
That reminds me of something, though. The Library of Babel. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's infinite possibilities. If you
You
type
just type
something
a couple
in,
words and it shows up.
anything, you can type the entire Bible and it will come up.
Yeah.
Or like the entire thing
Yeah.
everything that we've just said, it'll come up.
in exact order because it's every combination of letters and spaces and numbers.
Yeah.
Anyway, if extra lives were a thing in the real world, how would you get them?
How
would we choose to get them?
No, how would you get them?
Bread.
Bread?
Yeah.
Eating bread? You
Yeah,
get more
eating
lives.
Dude, I would have so many lives. I eat a lot of bread.
So it's like hardcore. Isn't it like hardcore Minecraft, where like you eat? What is it? Was that old Minecraft where you would eat food and it would just increase your health? There was no like hunger.
That was in the alpha.
Okay,
Actually, it might have been the beta. I don't know.
one more because that was a short one.
One of the early ones.
Okay.
Well, Ansel didn't say his.
Oh yeah.
Actually, he would probably say
Yeah,
bread.
bread. Yeah, I would say bread.
Bread.
Extra lives.
Or killing people. I feel like killing people would make more sense.
You can pass one thing.
That would be a better story idea.
Killing people.
It would be better for plot.
Yeah, what if there was a story? This is my story. If you guys want to take it, you have to give me money.
No.
What if this was a story?
Copyright.
Copyright this. Ready? It's a regular world just like ours, except if you kill someone, the amount of lives they had, the amount of years they had left on theirs comes to your life.
Okay.
So like
So everything's
assassins,
predetermined.
yeah. So like assassins have like a bunch, like 100,000 years or whatever.
So is that possible life expectancy or
no, that's exact. So like,
So
let's-
no one could kill you.
So if you
during
kill
that
a
time.
baby.
Wait a minute. Wait, but if you kill someone, their life expectancy was up till
Exactly.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
possible. So like if you kill a bunch
Yeah,
of babies,
possible.
so if you blow up a hospital, you'll be
you'll be set for life.
you'll be fine. You'll be set for life.
Batman be like, oh. I was referencing the
Batman.
Joker. The Joker.
He also
I messed
didn't
it
kill
up.
anyone, but
Here's-
there was no one in the hospital.
Anyway,
Batman doesn't
if
kill.
you can pass one bill into a law right now, not like a pre-existing one, but like if you can make one thing and it has the most enforcement of any law in all of history, so it will basically happen.
Okay.
What would it be?
I would make it really, really long, and I would include so many things.
Well, so you have to narrow it down to one idea. You can do this. You can't do this.
What about
Everyone
large,
has to do this.
What about one large encompassing idea?
Like what?
I don't know.
Yeah, you could do that. It would be along the lines of just think this
okay.
way.
Yeah.
This is-
Democratic socialism.
Yeah. You could just think along those lines. Everyone can do this. No one can do this. From now on, it is illegal to do this.
I would just make a bill that makes our government democratic socialists.
It's illegal to not be democratic socialist.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that we run
pretty
on a
authoritarian.
democratic
How do you make a
socialist
law that redefines the government?
government. Like this?
You have to amend the government like this.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would make an amendment.
He would.
Guys,
he would
stop.
do that.
We're doing this.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't make the government democratic socialist. I would just change it so that we are a democratic socialist nation without saying it.
Okay.
How would you do that with one idea though?
Well, it's just a bill that says like, this is how we vote from now on. This is how a governing body works.
That's more
So
than
that sounds like
that's
an
more than
amendment.
one idea.
Anyway,
Is a bill an amendment? I'm confused.
no bills.
How do you make an amendment?
You have to get what? You have to get a 2/3 vote in Congress and a 2/3
So
vote in
can
the
only
House.
Congress people make an amendment?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't want to be a Congress.
The government
person.
can't. The president.
I'm moving to Finland.
Are we back in 5th grade?
I feel like it.
Dude,
How do we make
I'm
it
just
bill?
a bill. Yeah, only a bill. And I'm sitting here in Capitol Hill. Well, I've been long place to Capitol Hill.
How do you have that memorized?
Because
We watched it in
this year.
in Mr.
Oh,
you know how so we don't do anything in Mr. Mitchell's class?
Yeah.
That's what we do.
All right, go ahead, Ansel.
What?
What was your bill?
I don't
I don't
bill.
think that question
Okay.
was very good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that question.
All
right.
Next. Pass.
That's
No,
the
we
episode.
passed that one.
That's
Next.
the episode.
pass. We need another.
need
All
one more.
right.
Stupid Jeffrey. All right.
Oh my gosh, guys. Some of these are already ones that we did already.
The Puzzlers. Shout out Pocket Gang.
What is that?
I feel like I'm not in Pocket Game, but you say I am.
Well, you're in the group chat. You're in the Shelby Realm group chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not Pocket Gang.
Oh, so I'm not in Pocket Game.
Well, if I invite you to like a Pocket Gang thing, then sure, you'd be in Pocket Gang.
Alright.
We really invite anyone as long as
Okay.
you have Minecraft. Actually, no, you don't even need Minecraft anymore. We have people in it that don't. Yeah, you're in.
What?
It's also not a real gang. I'm not affiliated with any gangs.
Do you pick a nickname or do you
pick
pick
one.
a nickname? I pick one.
You pick one, but it has to be according to a certain thing.
What about Note Pocket?
Nope.
Note.
Note. That'll
NOTE,
work.
like a
Yeah,
music
that's
note.
fine.
Hey, what's the next question?
I don't know. These are all from Google. If you were an animal at the zoo, which animal would you be?
Human.
None of them.
If you
Oh,
could
I'm
only
so
visit
sorry.
one website for the rest of your life, what would it be? Okay, we're skipping that one.
Google. Just find more websites.
No,
The
that's not
laws
allowed.
would you abolish if you could? Which ones you create?
Title 369826B.
You could be any fictional character. Who would it be and why?
Oh, that one's a good one.
Okay. I would be. Guess.
Scarecrow.
No, what? No, I would be Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender because it's the best show. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm
Yeah, but he
watching it for
dies.
the third time. He does die.
What's an immortal person? I would be invincible.
Bowser.
I would be invincible from the show Invincible.
Okay.
He's awesome. He has superpowers.
Who would you be? Fictional character.
Harry Potter.
Is it because of the glasses?
No.
Okay.
Because you're British. I'm
British.
His middle name's Owen.
Tuesday. Okay.
Who would you be?
Dr. Manhattan, I guess.
That would be awesome.
That would be good.
He's literally a god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed
Yeah.
episode 4. Ansel got to be on. Ansel, you have any words of
Wisdom.
things that you enjoyed about whether you liked or didn't like being on that?
How was
episode?
it? How was it being a
How
guest?
was it being a guest?
Our
Was it
first
awkward?
guest. Was it bad?
Yes. Aww. It was kind of awkward in the beginning.
But
I wasn't involved in music.
But you warmed in.
Anyway.
You warmed in.
Yeah.
Warmed in?
If you want new guests, you should like do stuff that they're involved in
Max
or
Cam.
that they know about.
Max-
Max Cam.
Max Cam.
He seems so weird. Guys, he might die soon. I'm serious.
Max Cam.
He's so weird, dude.
Max is a pit bull.
Hey Max.
Max, come here. Come here.
Hey, buddy.
Come here. Come here, Max. Bring me your
He found
octopus.
the octopus.
Oh, don't. No.
Do not stay away from the tripod.
I never hit record.
Not doing that yet.
We do that every time.
All right.
This is like our third
I hope you
take.
enjoyed
Come
episode.
on.
I hope you enjoyed episode 4. Hopefully this will be up on Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Now I'm actually worried about whether or not being recorded or not.
Hi, Max.
We're good. We're good.
Oh, wanna wanga.